What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Wrestling Express podcast. And today we're going to talk about Wrestlemania and Smackdown Live. So we kick off Smackdown Live with our new WWE champion, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Unfortunately.
Honestly, I don't know what happened, but I feel like there wasn't any kind of energy to it. I feel like it was just there and it kind of just ended. Like with an RKO out of nowhere. Like, I know that's his thing, but I mean, for like once, I want to see Bray Wyatt in an actual wrestling match. Like, I love his gimmick and everything, but I think they should give him more time, yeah. But going back to what happened on SmackDown, Randy Orton comes out. He brags about how he's the new WWE champion, and Bray Wyatt interrupts, as always, through the Titantron. And he's telling everybody how Sister Abigail promised him that he would be WWE champion. So, Bray Wyatt challenges Randy Orton to a House of Horrors match. And I like it. And I'm pretty much looking forward to it. But I really hope that it doesn't end up like the like the Ambrose Asylum match. It had its nice spots, but it wasn't anything so memorable. So hopefully
this is memorable.
Yeah, and I hope they actually have a good long match.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I love Bray's gimmick, but they should put that aside for like 1 second in the wrestling ring and have him actually show what he could do. So now we go to the women's title match between Naomi and Alexa Bliss. They've been working together really well recently, and I like the matches that they've been giving us. Naomi deserves to be the women's champion, and I can see her being one of the top stars in the future. Alexa Bliss as well, going back to their match at WrestleMania. It was a tough place on the card. Wasn't really expecting it, but obviously it was supposed to be like kind of like a breather between the Brock Lesnar match and the main event. But I feel like their match was like really fast paced. Like every superstar got what they needed to do it out of the way, but they deserved more time. But I mean, Naomi did deserve the spotlight for that small moment. Nothing too much to complain about that.
I believe it was supposed to be on the pre-show, and then they moved it from the pre-show. And as I was watching WrestleMania, I was thinking, okay, when are they going to do this match? And then finally, the Goldberg match happened, and I thought, okay, they're just not going to include the SmackDown women's match. And then they put it after the Goldberg match, before the Taker match. It was surrounded by such high-profile matches. It just couldn't compete with those two matches, I think. And on top of that, for a 6-pack challenge, it was only 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is not anywhere near enough time to have a 6-pack challenge, whether it be a WrestleMania or on SmackDown. It just wasn't enough time.
It wasn't enough time, but it's not taking away the quality of the match. Obviously, like, they did their best. I just felt like it would have been right if they kept it at the pre-show.
Yeah.
And it would have been a better pre-show than it was, because obviously nobody wanted to see Baron Corbin lose to Dean Ambrose in the fucking pre-show. I feel like it would have meant something on the main card than, on the pre-show. Next we go to Kurt Hawkins, who comes out and issues an open challenge to anybody at backstage, and guess who we have?
I love Ty Dillinger. I'm going to just throw that out there now. I probably said it on like the last podcast for NXT. I really hope they do some good stuff with this guy because I think he's fucking awesome.
Of course, he wins his debut match. There's no storytelling here, but obviously the point of it was that we have a new upcoming star on SmackDown, which is always good, because if you're not familiar with NXT, then you'll have to get fucking familiar with it, because Ty Dillinger is pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, I want to throw in some backstory on to why I love Ty Dillinger so much. Before Ty Dillinger was like on the NXT show, NXT had a show in Albany, New York, and it was a super small arena, and it was super cool. You got to like meet like most of the guys, and one of the people that I met there was Ty Dillinger. Mind you, I had no idea who this guy was. You know, like I said, he wasn't on NXT yet. Met him, cool dude. I was like, yeah, like I like this guy. You know, I don't know how he's gonna do in the ring. I don't know how the fans are gonna like him, but person to person, he's a pretty cool dude. And I just remember his music hit, and I don't think it was his debut, but I think a lot of the fans still didn't know who he was. And I just remember by the end of that match, the whole, I don't know, it was probably like 1,000 people in this like little shit in Albany were chanting 10, 10, 10. And it was like such a, I feel like a good moment for him, and one of the moments that made me a Ty Dillinger fan.
Alright, so we go on to our next segment with Mojo Rawley backstage in an interview, and he's just talking about his win over the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares? I don't care.
Okay.
Like, nobody cares about this match.
Yeah.
It didn't mean anything when Cesaro won it. It didn't mean anything when Baron Corbin won it. Did Big Show win it?
The Big Show won it.
It didn't mean anything when he won it.
What I think they
It
should have
doesn't
done.
mean anything.
It would only mean something if the winner gets a championship match whenever he wants.
Get something.
Yeah, or whatever. Like, not a trophy. Like,
Oh, here's your trophy. Now go fuck yourself.
what he said. Next, we have The Miz and Maurice. And I loved it. I love this part of the night. And it was just
I will
amazing.
love it for the rest of my life.
So there we have it. We have John Cena's music playing, and we have the entire crowd booing because they probably thought that John Cena and Nikki Bella were coming out to brag about their marriage and whatnot.
Their win. Oh, we
Yeah.
got married finally.
Whatever.
Who cares?
What he said. And then we have the parody version of John Cena and Nikki Bella, The Miz and Maurice.
Why is Maurice so bad as Nikki Bella?
I don't understand.
Why?
But yes, she is. So they come out and they do their little skit, and it's just fucking awesome. The Miz has been on fire, and he's gonna keep being on fire.
Somebody called the fire department.
Yeah, they're just proving that John Cena and Nikki Bella are not coming back to the WWE anytime soon. Like, who the fuck cares that if they won or lost? Because the
They're
match
so
they had,
awesome.
yeah, they're still awesome, and the match they had, honestly, like, it was what it was, like, for like what the story was, but
9-minute match. 9
Yeah.
minute 40-second match, to be exact.
like, it was okay. Like, I wasn't really expecting anything huge. It was kind of predictable, but I feel like at the end of the day, nobody lost any credibility. The Miz is still awesome.
I mean, except like Nikki Bella, because now she's married to John Cena.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
They're about to leave the ring, and then what happens? We have a man at the ramp with a violin, and
With the violin.
and you know what we get? Bow, 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 bow.
Anyway.
We got Shinsuke
Nakamura!
on Smackdown Live. He comes in and he does his little dance thing and whatever, and that's it.
Yeah.
Honestly, me personally, that's all he needed. That's all he needed to put the entire roster on notice that Shinsuke Nakamura, one of the best, or should I say the best from NXT, to show up on the main roster.
I just want to throw in, I like Shinsuke Nakamura, I like that he debuted on SmackDown.
If you say "but," I'm gonna punch you in the face.
But I do not like that he interrupted The Miz. I'm usually a fan of people interrupting The Miz. Lately, I've liked what The Miz has been saying. He did not need to get interrupted.
As much as I agree with you, but I feel like the story just writes itself there. Like, you have The Miz gloating about how, like, the top superstar of SmackDown has left the WWE and will never come back, probably, like, anytime soon.
Yeah.
And what do we have? The next top star of SmackDown Live. It makes sense, and what would have been worse, honestly, in my part, if he interrupted and had a segment with The Miz and Maurice.
I think it would have been hilarious if he came out and he was like, "Oh, nice to meet you, Nikki Bella, John Cena. Very nice to meet you."
That would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Anyways, next we have Baron Corbin and Dean Ambrose in a street fight.
Good man.
Like, yeah, the pace of it was a little quick, but I liked it, and Baron Corbin got the win over this. Like, it actually kind of surprised me that they gave him the win.
Was
on
this
one.
a title match?
No, it was.
Why?
Yeah, I know, I understand why.
Why?
It sucked, but maybe they'll have.
What, a third match in the same
third,
week?
Probably with a different stipulation or anything. Maybe last man standing would make sense.
Yeah.
Because on Instagram, Baron Corbin posted a photo of him like celebrating his victory, and the caption was just like, "Oh, like I beat you at your own game." So I'm guessing that's the story that's going on here, is to see to show that Baron Corbin is better than Dean Ambrose at anything. But I feel like they're giving Baron Corbin the wins now only because of what happened at WrestleMania.
Putting him on the
pre-show
and losing.
I think he deserved to lose on the pre-show. I don't think he deserves to win on the pre-show, if you know what I mean.
Baron Corbin?
Yeah.
I think he deserved the win. That's what I think.
Nope. I love Baron Corbin, and I want him to be IC champion. But he deserves to win it.
They should have left the Divas match on the pre-show, and they should have left the Ambrose Corbin match on the main card, and Corbin should have won.
Exactly. That's what should have happened. But I think they made a smart move by having Corbin lose at the pre-show, because honestly, it kind of doesn't really mean anything when you get a win at the pre-show. I don't know. That's my opinion. And
a win's a win. A championship is a championship.
Yeah, I guess. Anyways,
Mojo Rawley won the Battle Royal on the pre-show.
Yeah, but that's meaningless. Anyways, next up we have Shane McMahon coming out, and he's talking about the Superstar Shakeup. Guys, the Superstar Shakeup. What's gonna happen?
I think some superstars are gonna get shaken up.
Yo. And then we have AJ Styles coming out. AJ Styles. Who doesn't love AJ Styles coming out to the ring?
I love AJ Styles.
And guys, he comes out and he's talking about how SmackDown is his home, and he built SmackDown to what it is today. And honestly, it's true. It's really true. He's making it. He was the reason why SmackDown is now the A show. I don't care what anybody else says.
It's the A show.
It's the A show. The flagship show. Anyways, then we have Shane. So AJ Styles comes in and he interrupts Shane McMahon's segment, and there he goes. He's congratulating him on their match that they had. And honestly, I was right. They did deliver. It was the perfect way to open up a WrestleMania show, a long WrestleMania show. And props to Shane McMahon going for that shooting star press. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I did not expect that, honestly. This match, I thought that there was going to be
He's so wild, that guy.
A super spot, I would say. And there really wasn't. And the match was still, awesome.
Really good, yeah.
And they showed their respects to each other by shaking hands. And I feel like this is a tease to having AJ Styles moving us to Raw, which I hope not.
I really hope not. I want to see AJ versus Shinsuke.
Yeah, definitely. Or bring in the club into SmackDown.
Yeah, that'd be fun. Put Finn Balor on there too. Just saying.
You hear us? Put them in. Guys, now we go on to our main event. It's a tag team match. And I forgot to include this in the first segment, but we have a returning Eric Rowan. With a new mask. He has like some like Bane kind of looking thing.
Yeah,
and I like it.
serious.
It's cool. And he actually got a deserving pop from the crowd.
Yeah.
Like the last time he returned, like nobody really cared. But I feel like
the feud is a lot better now.
Yeah, so it makes sense, and people were looking forward to having what would happen if you have Luke Harper against Eric Rowan, and that's what we got to see now in this tag team match. We have Randy Orton pairing up with Luke Harper, a rare pairing if you ask me, which is really good actually. And they face against Bray Wyatt and returning Eric Rowan. A pretty good tag team main event match. It was a good way to end the show. However, I didn't understand the point of Bray Wyatt like cutting out the lights. He was back at the ramp, and Randy still picked up the win. I guess they didn't want to kill his momentum, but hopefully they have Bray and Randy have an actual good match.
Yeah.
Which they deserve.
I feel like this House of Horrors match is building up to be really good.
Yeah. And
I want an hour.
An hour. Anyway, guys, that's Smackdown Live.
Break it out, break it down, break it roll, break it round, and no chance, now it's gone, a new time.